Hello, dear listeners. Welcome back with a new episode of Stories. I am Bella, a wanderer of the night and a collector of the darkest tales. This is Belladarktales, where I share stories that will haunt your dreams. Without wasting time, let's start with today's stories, which I selected for you. Let's start with our first story. First story is sent by Rachel from Denver, Colorado. Rachel had always been afraid of mirrors. She didn't know why, but something about them always unsettled her. Maybe it was the way they reflected the world, or maybe the way they sometimes showed things that weren't really there. One night, she was home alone, brushing her teeth, when she noticed something strange. Her reflection wasn't moving in sync with her.
She paused, blinked.
Maybe she was just tired? She raised her right hand. Her reflection raised the left. Her blood turned cold. She stepped back, her heart pounding, but her reflection stayed exactly where it was, staring at her. Rachel swallowed hard. Slowly, she lifted her phone and opened the camera to record. The reflection in the mirror didn't match the camera feed. Panic surged through her. She turned to run, but the second she looked away, she heard a sharp knock on the glass. She didn't turn around. She couldn't. Instead, she ran straight to her room, locked the door, and hid under the covers. She didn't sleep that night. And in the morning, when she dared to look into the mirror again, it was normal. But she swore, deep in her gut, she knew the truth. Whatever she saw that night, it wasn't her reflection. Moving on, our second story is sent by Michael from Austin, Texas. Michael was a truck driver. He had been on the road for years, traveling through long, dark highways in the middle of the night. He was used to strange things, but nothing compared to what happened one foggy night in Oklahoma. It was past 2 a.m., and he was exhausted. He pulled over at a small, empty rest stop to stretch his legs and grab some sleep. As he sat in the driver's seat, he locked the doors and closed his eyes. Then he heard it.
Tap, tap, tap.
A soft knock on his truck window. His blood ran cold. No one else was there. No other cars. Just miles of empty road. He turned his head slowly and saw a woman standing outside. Her face was pale, her eyes sunken, and her clothes looked like they were from another time. She smiled at him, but something about her felt wrong. Michael hesitated, but decided to be polite. He rolled down the window just a little. "Can I help you, ma'am?" he asked. She tilted her head. "Sir, do you need a passenger?" Michael's stomach twisted. Every nerve in his body screamed at him to drive.
Right now.
Then she vanished. No footsteps. No sound. Just gone. Heart racing, he started the truck and sped off. But just as he looked in the rearview mirror, he saw her again, sitting in his back seat. He never stopped at a deserted rest stop again. And now, our last story of the night. This one is sent by Jessica from Portland, Oregon. Jessica was a babysitter. She had been watching a little boy named Danny for almost a year, and nothing strange had ever happened until one night when she put him to bed. She was downstairs watching TV when she heard a whisper. It was soft. Too soft. It came from Danny's room. She hurried upstairs and opened his door. He was sitting up in bed, staring at his closet. "Danny?"
"What's wrong?" she asked.
His little voice was trembling. "There's a man in my closet." Jessica's stomach dropped. The closet door was slightly open, just enough for darkness to seep out. She swallowed her fear and walked over.
"See?
Nothing here." She opened the door wide. Empty. Danny didn't look convinced. He pointed to the mirror. Jessica turned and froze. Because in the mirror, Standing right inside the closet was a tall, shadowy figure with glowing red eyes. She spun around, but the closet was empty. That was the last night she ever babysat for that family. So guys, that was the last story of today. I hope you liked it. If you want to share your stories with me, send them to my email, belladarktales@gmail.com. It's also mentioned in the description. I would love to read them here. Like the video if you enjoyed today's stories. I need your support to grow. Subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so you never miss a new story. Until next time, remember the night is always watching. This is Bella, signing off.